Alright, so in this video we're going to be making a really simple coffee mug that we can 3D print. So go ahead and click the plus button, start a new 3D model. Let's go ahead and save it right from the get-go. And I'll go ahead and call it coffee mug. And then as always, make sure to include your name. And we'll go ahead and save. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start by creating a sketch for the base of our mug. So we'll click the green plus in the upper left. Again, we're going to start with this bottom surface where the red and the green axis intersect. So I'll click, that'll start my sketch. I'll come up here to the create section. We're going to choose the center diameter circle. So I'm going to click here in the center, and I want this to be 3 inches. So cool thing of Fusion 360, it'll convert units as long as you type them. So I'll type 3IN, and then I'll hit enter. And then you'll notice it says 76.2, don't stress out, double click there and you can see it's still constrained to 3 inches. It just converted it to millimeters because my document's in millimeters. So we'll go ahead and finish sketch. And then let's go ahead and extrude this guy as well. We'll go ahead and extrude it upwards 3 inches. So I'm going to type 3IN and we'll hit enter. So we have a nice cylinder now, but it's not really a cup. We need a hole here in the center for the liquid. So let's go ahead and create another sketch. So green plus button, and we'll make our sketch on this top surface right here. So make sure you don't choose these bottom ones. For some reason that's a common mistake. We'll choose this top surface. We'll click. It's going to create our sketch, and then we want a circle that's slightly smaller than the circle that's already here, so we'll use the offset tool. So we'll go up to Modify, Offset, select that circle, it'll turn blue. So this allows us to just recreate a shape, larger or smaller. Now let's go ahead and drag it in, so that'll be negative. So we'll do it negative 0.25 inches. And then I'll hit enter. And then we can go ahead and finish sketch. Alright, so next I want to make this a hole, so I'm going to use the Extrude tool again. So we'll click Extrude, select that circle up there on the top, then we'll take that arrow and we'll drag it in. You can see it's kind of turning red. This is showing us that it's doing a cutting motion. So I want it to cut almost all the way through. So I'm going to start by typing -3 inches. But you'll notice there's a problem here. That actually cuts all the way through the cup. The cup would just spill. So I want to go ahead and bring it up the same thickness as the walls of our cup, which is 0.25 inches. So I'll do -3 inches plus 0.25 inches, and then hit enter. And now you can see there's a nice little gap here between the cut and the bottom of the cup. So this is a lot more like an actual coffee mug. But we again have a problem. You'll notice that the edges of this coffee mug are a little sharp. If you gave this to somebody to drink out of, they would probably cut their lip. So we're going to use another tool in Modify called the Fillet Tool or Fillet Tool. So all this does is it takes sharp surfaces and it rounds them out. So I'll click it, and then I'm going to select this inner circle. Oh, didn't quite select it. So I'll click this inner circle, it'll turn blue. Outer circle, also turn blue. And then the outer and the inner circle for this top part. So we should have 4 selections all together. And then I want this to be half of 0.25. So that would be 0.125. So we'll do 0.125 inches. And you'll see it perfectly rounds out the top of the mug and then rounds out the corners as well, so it's not going to hurt anybody. Alright, so next I want to make the handle, but to make my sketch, I can't actually sketch out here on the edge of the mug because it's round. So what I'm going to have to do is create a new surface to sketch on. So I'm going to go up here to Construct, and then we're going to create an offset plane. So you choose a plane, and then it allows you to create another plane that's going to be perfectly parallel with that. So I'm going to make this new plane right here out on the edge of my mug. So the exact amount that I'm going to extrude it out is 1.35 inches. So let's go ahead and type in 1.35 IN and then hit enter. And you'll see from the side view that that's almost like perfectly on the edge, but it's still just a little bit inside the mug, so that should work. So we'll hit enter. And then I want to go ahead and create a circle here that's going to turn into my handle. So I'm going to create a sketch on this new plane we've created. So I'll go ahead and choose the center diameter circle. And we'll start roughly all the way at the bottom. Just make sure it's centered. So I'll click down here and start dragging. I want this to be a 0.5 inch handle. So I'll type 0.5 IN and then we'll hit enter. Let's go ahead and finish sketch. So we have this circle, but I need to create another sketch for the arc that this circle is actually going to follow so it can actually become a handle. So we'll create a sketch, and I want to create this sketch on the plane that is perpendicular to my circle. So I'll pan around here so you can see the exact plane, so the plane that's kind of cutting my circle in half. So we'll go to create, and then arc, 3-point arc. So I want the first point of my arc to be exactly in the center of that circle, and then roughly the same distance from the top as that one is from the bottom. Then we'll drag out, you can just estimate, and then we'll do finish sketch. So now I want that circle to follow that arc, so we'll go to create, and then sweep. So sweep allows you to choose a sketch and then make it follow a path. So I'm going to make it follow this arc as my path, so I'll go over here to the menu, path select, and then we'll choose the arc. And you'll notice it's going to turn red. That's fine. We'll go ahead and fix that by switching it here. It's operation instead of cutting. We want it to join. So we'll go ahead and click join and OK. Look at that. We've got ourselves a pretty nifty coffee mug. All right, so let's go ahead and make sure we save this guy. I'm going to go ahead and rename this version coffee mug. Go ahead and click OK, and we're all saved. All right, thank you guys.